In chapter 1416, Mrs. Lewis and Duncan return home after a contentious argument regarding his pursuit of liberty. Regarding her son's independent decisions, she is torn between feeling angry, frustrated, and helpless. Duncan tries to fall asleep when Mrs. Lewis gets home, but she ultimately wakes him up. Lily welcomes them after having borrowed the car of Mrs. Lewis and returning with a bag of groceries. Duncan and Mrs. Lewis are warmly greeted by Lily, who had become close with them at the Marshall family supper. Duncan's clothes were among the items she purchased while shopping, she says. Mrs. Lewis shows her adoration for Lily and expresses her hope that Lily and Duncan would develop a romantic relationship. Mrs. Lewis is still baffled by Duncan's disregard for Lily and his desire for liberty, though. She thinks Lily is superior to Liberty in every way and finds her son's odd choice difficult to fathom. Mrs. Lewis is perplexed as to why Duncan is not drawn to the attractive young ladies from wealthy families in their social circle. Lily reports that she recently went shopping and purchased a number of items, including some stuff for Duncan. She asks him to help her carry the bags. Duncan, though, keeps his distance and refuses to assist Lily. Instead, he dashes inside, leaving Mrs. Lewis in charge of getting the maids to help Lily. Duncan's actions infuriates Mrs. Lewis more and more. She wants him to be more appreciative of Lily, who has been thoughtful and nice. Lily assures Mrs. Lewis that she is not upset by Duncan's conduct, although feeling a little humiliated. She is grateful that Duncan asked someone to help her with the bags. Lily is urged by Mrs. Lewis to not let Duncan's actions influence her, and she is assured by the complete support of Mrs. Lewis. She shows her anger at Duncan and even advises Lily to worry more and make an effort to gain his devotion. Lily, in the eyes of Mrs. Lewis, is a better match for her son because she is desperate to stop Liberty from joining the Lewis clan. Mrs. Lewis and Duncan argue over their divergent views on love and marriage, which is causing tensions in the Lewis family to continue to escalate. She wants her son to marry someone who will benefit society, but Duncan is steadfast in his quest for liberty. The disagreement is exacerbated by Lily's entry, whom Mrs. Lewis sees as the best option.